Hey guys, I just got these really cool wireless microphones and I think they work pretty well because I get to sit right here and I can talk to you without any problem. So that's really cool. That's a new thing. I really enjoy the YouTube journey as every time I make a video, I'm editing and then I'm thinking like, hey, how can I improve my videos from the place of where I am at right now? Because of course you're not going to buy the most expensive gear and start here, right? So I just get there from little step by step by step. But I hope it gives you more quality. I think it does. And you can always see that I like to put surfboards in the back. I think the setup is really important and it gives a bit of a vibe of, you know, who I am as a person. And I think a video needs to look aesthetically pleasing. So it's nice to watch. I don't know if it caught your attention, but this basket is way too small for this plant. So I bought the wrong one. I need to buy a big one, maybe for the next video. Overall, very interesting introduction, but let's just discuss what I've been doing this last week. This week has been absolutely amazing. It was full of surprises, full of magic, and it is a week that is very different from the previous week. The previous week, it was all about performing, getting in the right mindset, and really focusing on reaching certain goals. But this week was really about flowing. And that is something that I think is very important in life to have somewhat days where you're more structured and really focusing on being productive and getting things done. But I'm a big believer that it's very important to allow yourself to flow in life. And so in this video, where we'll discuss these things, what I've been doing, some of my highlights, I'm going to share with you also some magical things that happened, as in when you are in a flow state and allow things to just unfold for you, that you'll be surprised by life. Right now, I am on the beautiful island of Siargao in the Philippines. I'm currently staying in a place that is called General Luna. This is the hub of Siargao. This is where everything is happening. This is where you will find most shops, cafes, and overall, you can also party, but there's a lot of things happening. You have access to things like the gym and all these things. So that's where I'm staying right now. Okay, let's start off with the highlights of the week. So, with my work, sometimes I have weeks where I have a lot of work, which I call high volume weeks. It means that I have a lot of leads as a closer. But this week was very low volume, so I didn't have so many calls. So, what I will do naturally in those kind of weeks is I allow myself to flow, but I also focus more on creating things for myself because I believe that is very important as a digital nomad to also create other things for yourself, like multiple income streams. So that's what I have been focusing on, but also flowing in life. On Monday, I kicked off with a very intensive gym session, which I did with two of my good friends. And that is a really good way to just kick off the week by going hard on Monday morning. That's how I like to start my week. So that is something I've been doing at a really cool place called Tao Hai here on Siargao. And after that, wow, I was so tired, but I felt so good after that. So that's a really good way for me to start the week. Then I also got in the water again. So last week I've been feeling sick, but this week I felt like I was ready to surf again. So with one of my best friends, we went out for a little day trip to find some waves. And yeah, actually, we found a wave that we could be surfing almost all by ourselves. So that was really epic. Then another really cool thing that I joined this week is the Digital Nomad Dinner. So there's a group here on Siargao that is created for digital nomads to connect. So this is a great platform to meet other people who are also into working, because as a digital nomad, it's awesome to meet people who are traveling, but People who are traveling usually have different interests than people who are working online, because people who are working online are having more of a routine, are probably more likely to stay here for a longer time, instead of people who are traveling, who are mostly just passing through, really want to enjoy their time, want to do a lot of things. So you can imagine that it is easier if you're a digital nomad to also hang out with digital nomads. So I joined this dinner. It was really cool. We went through this place. I've never had dinner before. The food was absolutely delicious. And it was just really cool to sit on a table, meet new people that I've never met before, and just listen to their stories and see what they're doing, what inspires them in life, and what drives them to be a digital nomad. And, some were working for a company, and some were also entrepreneurs. Some had their businesses. So that was really, really cool to be a part of, and yeah, just to connect with other nomads here on Siargao. Towards the end of this week, I also launched my very first newsletter. Now, this is something that I have been wanting for a long time. Since the moment I read the book, The 4 Hour Workweek by Tim Ferriss, one of my favorite books, and he always talks about a newsletter. He has his own newsletter. And since that moment, I also wanted to create my own newsletter. So this week, something just came up as I was flowing, and I decided, you know what? I'm going to do this myself. I'm going to launch my own newsletter. So I watched some YouTube videos, see how you do this, and I basically got started. So if you want to join my newsletter, I'm going to write about my week, trying to give you as much insights on things that I'm doing, things that I'm learning, also certain books that I'm reading or podcasts that I'm listening. If you find that interesting, you will find the newsletter in my description. So click on that, have a read, and join the newsletter. Let's talk about a really cool highlight that happened this week. So it was Friday that I was talking with my friend on Instagram, one of my best friends. He's from Brazil. I met him in Bali. And he reached out to me and said, "Hey, Duco, Jaro is in town. He is in Siargao too. I think you guys should connect." And that was a really big surprise because Jaro is a very dear friend of mine. We connected in Bali, and he even came to Portugal a year ago. So we spent some time there. And yeah, so basically, besides from everything that I was doing, I dropped it all because he was only here for a few days. So I needed to see him. We needed to surf together. We need to hang out together, go for a surf trip, and just spend time together. We went on a really cool trip to another island here close to Siargao. There we swam with jellyfishes that don't sting. We jumped off diving boards. We had a beautiful lunch, and overall, this place was absolutely incredible. Just blue water, super gorgeous, and just spending the day together, having fun, and yeah, just having a day off and just enjoying the time together, catching up, hearing out each other's stories, and it was just amazing. So, yeah, guys, those were my highlights in a week where I've been flowing a lot. And don't get me wrong, I've been still working, but just less than normal. And I've been also focusing on creating scripts and videos that I will line up for very soon. So, yeah, it's been overall a very cool week. Now, some of my challenges. So, this week it was Halloween. People have been celebrating this this festivity for over 5 days, and people were partying every day. People love it. People have multiple costumes. So the funny thing is, and this is why it's a challenge for me, because I didn't feel like I wanted to party. I just feel like creating. I felt like staying in my sort of routine of waking up early and just be very like conscious of how I want to spend my day. And there were quite some people who were asking me to join, come to this party, come to that party. And this is why it's a challenge, because in that moment you just have to feel like, hey, is this what I really, really want? Is this going to be something that's going to be good for me tomorrow? And I didn't feel it. So I decided to go with that feeling, and I had to decline a few requests. So is that difficult? Yes, because I am here. I don't have that many friends here, so I'm eager to meet people and spend time with them, but I also have to choose for myself. So that is something that comes with responsibility and integrity with yourself. And that's basically a challenge that I have been overcoming by being just true to myself, to my values, what I want to be focusing on. And it all turned out really nice, because a really good advantage of not going out is that the next day, especially if it's a big party, nobody will wake up early. So if you do that, if you're going to be one of the guys, you'll be surfing all by yourself. Another challenge that I have been facing is, because I had such a strong routine last week, I wanted to keep holding that momentum of getting results, doing this, doing that. But I also listened to myself, and I wanted to flow a bit more, and I wanted to create, because I also know that that is important. So how did I overcome this challenge? Actually, I didn't. I just went with it and I enjoyed my time. So what did I do? I postponed the things a little bit to this week, which I'm okay with. I'm okay to postpone, and this week I want to focus a little bit more on creating and actually getting things done. So, what is the conclusion of my story? I think overall, as an entrepreneur, a digital nomad, it's important to have balance in life. So for me, it feels really good to have weeks where I'm just fully focused, warrior mode, wake up early, meditate, gym, eat healthy, be productive, get results. And then other moments where I feel that my heart just wants to flow. I also listen to that, because magic things can happen in your life, and maybe friends surprisingly appear in your life that you will spend very memorable moments with. And I am fortunate and super grateful that I get to spend those days with my friends, because of the work that I'm doing, because of the things that I created for myself, the freedom that I created for myself. And I think that we have to listen to these moments, because life is short, time is precious, and I believe that having memorable moments is more valuable than anything else in the world. It is all about having the freedom to choose how you decide to wake up and spend your day. So next week, what will I be focusing on? I think, like, now I had a week of high performance and flow. I think I'm just gonna be in the middle this week. I think it's gonna be feeling good to get back into my routine of waking up early, hydrating, meditating, journaling, because that felt really good. And besides from that, I just want to film videos, edit them, and get as much content out as possible. I'm going to be writing my newsletter, and all the rest I'm just going to leave up for surprises. All right, guys, that was my week. Hope you enjoyed listening to my stories. Now, if you like this video, then take 1 second, show your love by liking this video. It takes literally 1 second to hit that button. It will help the channel a lot. And also, if you like these videos and you want to learn more about the lifestyle as a digital nomad, about traveling, but also about how you can do it, then make sure to subscribe to this channel for weekly videos exactly on that. All right, thank you so much for watching this video, and I'll catch you on the next one.